Hey guys, if you've ever dated in the Philippines, Thailand, or Vietnam, you know how easy it can be to fall for a sweet, friendly woman who seems perfect at first. But the truth is, not every woman you meet over here in Asia is in it for love. Some are in it for opportunity. So today I'm going to be breaking down the biggest red flags you should never ignore while dating in Asia, especially if you're a foreigner living here or traveling long term. Because trust me, I've seen a lot in my 9+ years of living in the Philippines, Vietnam, and now Thailand. And a few mistakes can cost you more than just your heart. Stick around for today's video.
Southeast Asia calling me instead. Bangkok nights in Bali shores. Sick of dreaming, want something more. Pack your bags, don't hesitate. Gio, let's go before it's too late.
So guys, the first red flag that you should watch out for is instant chemistry that feels just a little too perfect. You know, if she starts telling you within the first few days that you're the one, or she starts calling you baby or any honey, love, any of these names like this, before you've even met in person, well, in my experience, you're going to want to slow down, because that's called emotional manipulation. In Asia, there's a cultural tendency towards affection, mainly in the Philippines. They're actually much more affectionate in the Philippines, and that can actually be a great thing compared to Thailand and Vietnam, where they're not so showy. Could be because of the Buddhist type background, I'm not sure, but in the Philippines they are much more affectionate and touchy. But you have to realize that genuine connections, they're going to take time. If she's already talking about your future together after simply 2 chats on Messenger, it's probably scripted. I don't think sincere. And you got to wonder, how many other people is she telling this to? Is she chatting with 10 other guys and saying the same thing? Hey, baby, telling you I love you after a couple of days. It makes you wonder, if they're so quick to throw it out there, how many other people have they said this to as well? Red flag number 2, she talks about money or bills early on. It usually, it starts small, like, hey, my phone is broke, her mom's sick, or she can't pay the rent, or I can't pay for my schooling. These seem to be the most common ones that just come up over and over and over. I can't pay my rent, the electricity is going to be shut off, things that kind of pull at your heartstrings, and like, oh, and you think, oh God, it's only $50. Oh, it's only $200. And you're like, yeah, sure, she seems sincere. And listen, look, I'm not telling you that every woman that tells you something like this is a scammer. But if money becomes part of your relationship before trust does, then that's your cue to step back. In Asia, especially the Philippines, family ties run deep. Helping out in a long-term relationship, that's normal. But early requests within days or weeks or even months, that's a big red flag. And next is extreme jealousy or control. And Filipinas, even Thai, Vietnamese, in my experience, not as much, but they can use that manipulation early on to try to control you and get control of the relationship. At first, you might think it's cute that she asks all the time, where are you? Where are you going? Who are you with? Or maybe she gets upset if another woman comments on your post, or if you're on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and a woman likes it, or God forbid, gives it a heart. But trust me, that kind of insecurity can get toxic really quick. Now, I've noticed, like in Vietnam and Thailand, this often comes from cultural protectiveness or fear of losing face. In the Philippines, I've noticed that it's sometimes tied to past trauma. An ex-boyfriend cheated on them, their father cheated on their mother, a brother cheats on his girlfriend, or even social media habits. Either way, constant check-in, accusations, or guilt trips, that ain't love, that's control. And here's one that catches many expats off guard: the family pressure test. That is a big one. Again, here in Thailand, and I would say the Philippines more, Vietnam, again, not as much. You meet a nice girl, things go great, and suddenly she's introducing you to her parents on week 2. And I've always told people this: if you're just interested in casual dating and you are not 100% sincere, Don't go meet the family. In fact, even early on, just tell her, listen, I want to make sure that we are really serious and really cemented in our relationship before I go off and meet your family. Don't just go meet the family casually, because it holds a bigger deal in Asia than it certainly does in the US or other Western countries. And often, I've been asked this, I can't tell you how many times you go to meet the family and the parents are asking, when are you guys getting married? Oh, we would love to have grandchildren. Oh, a mixed baby would be absolutely beautiful. Or even suggesting that you build a house for them back in their home province if they came to visit you, or if you're visiting them, maybe making you say, well, this is our simple house, you know, we really wish we had electricity or water or whatever it is, and kind of laying it on pretty heavy. I've had that happen multiple times. The parents asking me, like, I met a girl almost on like, I think it was like day 3, and they told me, they said, how much money are you going to be giving us on a monthly basis? And I'm like, whoa, wait a second here. And you know, you have our permission to marry my daughter. I said, Mary, I haven't even, it's been day 3. I don't even know her yet. But trust me, that's not romance. That's a transaction waiting to happen. Of course, not all families are like this, but it's common for foreigners to underestimate how quickly family expectations can turn into financial or emotional pressure. Now, before I get to the biggest red flag that most guys, before they notice it's too late, a quick shout out to today's sponsor, AsianWives.com, a dating platform made specifically for men who are serious about meeting genuine, relationship-minded women from Asia. Unlike random dating apps full of bots and time wasters, AsianWives.com verifies profiles, encourages video chats, and helps you connect with women who want something real, not just a pen pal or someone to send money to. I've looked at a lot of these sites over the years, and what stands out here is transparency. You see who's online, you can communicate safely, and you stay in control of the process. If you're serious about finding love in the Philippines, Vietnam, or Thailand, or any country in Asia, and if you want to avoid all the red flag drama, check out AsianWives.com using the link below in the description and also the pinned comment. Now, back to that list. Okay, so if she is talking about marriage and visas or moving in after just a few weeks, red flag. You're going to hear things like, oh, it's always been my dream to live abroad. Oh, I've always wanted to live in the US. Oh, I've always wanted to live in Europe or Australia or the UK or Canada. Or I'll take care of you forever. That's not romance. That's planning a ticket out of her life. Genuine women, they want time, not shortcuts. Another subtle red flag, she's not genuinely curious about you. She never really asks questions like, hey, what do you do in your spare time? Like, what's your favorite color? What kind of shows do you like? She doesn't really ask any questions like that. It's just simple stuff like, did you eat today? Where are you? What are you doing? Okay. She might ask you where you live, what do you do, and if you have money. But never ask about your passions, your travels, your values, nothing really in-depth, just basic, simple questions. I've discovered when someone truly cares about you, they want to know who you are, not just what you can provide. And that is a dead tail sign. Now, if you've been with a girl and months have gone by and you've yet to meet her friends or her family, or has she even mentioned meeting friends or family, that's a problem. Either she's embarrassed about dating a foreigner, or she's juggling multiple relationships. In contrast, when a woman proudly introduces you to friends and family, that's usually a sign that she's genuine. But again, not too soon, not within days of meeting the family. So here's the truth, guys. Dating in Asia can be incredible. I had a good relationship here in Thailand way back when. I've dated some very great girls in the Philippines, even when I lived in Vietnam for the 7 months that I lived in Ho Chi Minh City, met some great girls. The warmth, the affection, the cultural depth. It's something that most Western men don't experience back home. But if you ignore the signs, you're going to get burned. I hear about it all the time. On the flip side, I also hear about great relationships. And again, emotionally, you're going to get burned emotionally, financially, and mentally. Now, I've learned now that it's not about finding the perfect Asian woman. It's about finding a genuine one. Someone who matches your values, your goals, and lifestyle. So take your time, learn the culture, and build trust slowly. Because when it's real, you won't need to question it. When guys reach out to me and say, hey, I've got a question about my girl. Is this a red flag? Is this not? Should I be leery of this? You've probably already answered your question. If you've already got your spidey sense signaling, then there's probably an issue. If nothing is going off in your head saying a warning, then you probably got yourself a good one. So guys, I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I come out with a video. And check out the link to AsianWives.com, again, in the description and also the pinned comment if you're ready to meet genuine women in Asia. And I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.
Southeast Asia calling me instead. Bangkok nights and Bali shores. Sick of dreaming, want something more. Pack your bags, don't hesitate. Geo, let's go before it's too late. Time keeps slipping.